Hello and welcome to the Golden Note Podcast. My name is Karen Deep.
My name is Jesse.
Fantastic. Today we have a album called Exile by Chronixx. This is a artist that I was introduced, or this album I was introduced to. Oh God, let me try that again. I was
Words.
introduced to this album by a friend, Roshane, who's deep into the reggae atmosphere, the African roots in the music, and he played this when I hopped into his car one day, and I just felt my whole world change. I just felt subtle. I felt calm and peaceful, and I was like, "What is this music?" He's like, "Oh, my buddy, recorded some stuff on this record. It's pretty good. You should check it out." And I'm like, "I'm vibing. I'll check it out."
Yeah.
So here we are today. I was happy to do this as one of my picks for this episode, and had to ask Jesse to listen to this. So, what are any opening thoughts about this record before we get into it?
Opening thoughts. I originally thought it was going to be like an electronic EDM album just based on the name. Is it Chronixx or Chronixx?
I think Chronixx.
Which one?
Chronixx.
Chronixx. Okay, Chronixx. Yeah.
I think that's how it is.
Yeah, I think it is how it is too. I thought you said Chronixx for some reason. Yeah. So originally I thought it was that, and then when I jumped in and started listening, I was like, oh, reggae. I love reggae. I went through a Bob Marley reggae phase, like second year of university.
Good.
And
Necessary.
yeah, necessarily. I went through the whole Legends album, like loved every single song, listened to more Bob Marley outside of the legendary compilation. It's literally called Legendary. And then I also started listening to I dipped my feet into other songs by reggae artists that are a bit more you'll find them after you go past Bob Marley,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Bob Marley is like the Beatles of reggae music, right?
Right. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So I really, really got into some of that stuff. And it was nice to go back and listen to some, what I would describe as straightforward reggae music, but done very cleanly with modern, with the help of modern tech, but still also the way it was recorded was very natural and very
Yes.
organic.
Yes.
That
was one of my first impressions as well, and I think the term modern reggae fits with this album perfectly.
Yeah.
It takes the essence of that sort of traditional Bob Marley reggae, that feel good, that sort of strong communal aspect to the music, and then bringing in the modern production of things, just to clean things up and get things a little bit more articulated clearly, and just have a little bit more fun with it too.
Mm-hmm. And there's some rapping a little bit, sprinkled in throughout this album, which I thought was really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So those are my opening thoughts. I would say that I really like the singer and his tone as well.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to dive into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's been, when I shared this record with some of my other friends, the vocal performance, his timbre, maybe his tone, was a little controversial. So please tell me your thoughts about his singing.
Yeah, I mean, so I should have added an asterisk to that, because I do like his tone. I think his tone is very pleasant. However, the way he sings on this album, sometimes I'm like, this is great, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then other times I feel like his voice is really just kind of weak and thin. Is how I would describe it.
Yes.
You felt that way too?
I agree with your characterization of it.
Okay.
I think I like it as well, because now this is over a couple of listens. I did listen to it a few times before I settled into it.
Yeah.
And that was just by chance. I think I was out doing errands and I just never changed the record. It just kept on repeating.
Okay.
So it kind of settled into me unintentionally. But the kind of frailness of some of his moments was actually spoke a little bit more. Spoke to the music a little bit more in a more heartfelt way at times.
For sure.
I took it more as a heartfelt way. So yes, his voice is, although could be quiet and maybe a little frail, I felt it was really endearing as well in certain moments. But I understand what you're meaning by it being kind of a little weak or lackluster at times.
Yeah, it just sometimes it felt really thin and it was lacking presence. But I do agree there were some songs that it did really work for that song. But yeah, overall, I thought the singing was really good.
What were some of your standout tracks from this record?
It's actually a song. Let me look at it here. It's a song that had some of that issue with the singing, but I still think the melody and just the overall vibe was so good. Sweet Argument.
Sweet Argument.
Sweet Argument.
That was a smooth one.
Yeah, it's just so smooth, so relaxing. Just like I can imagine that song being the song that played when you got in the car with your friend, because it's just like impossible to not be like washed over with the that feeling of just like pure like relaxation and bliss, honestly. So that was definitely a standout for me. There's like the piano at the beginning too, just like really sets the whole vibe up, you
Yeah.
know. What else that I liked? It was just the more in the chorus, some of the vocals were a little bit just weaker and not as didn't have the presence that I was kind of I personally look for in a singer. But
I'm going to read a passage from, I think, the record's website, like
Okay.
where the record is hosted. There's a little bit of a brief about it.
Okay.
On Exile, Chronixx sounds more powerful and assured than ever.
There you go.
His voice, warm, righteous, and defiant, leads listeners through a deeply musical journey that explores identity, family, community, and resilience. While rooted in reggae's deep tradition, this record reaches far beyond, resonating with a global audience drawn to its depth and originality, a landmark return from one of Jamaica's most vital artists.
Yeah.
Exile reaffirms Chronixx's place as a voice of truth, unity, and evolution in modern music. What do you think about that statement?
Yeah, I do remember reading that, and it made me feel a bit of FOMO, where I was like, "Oh, I've never listened to this artist," but clearly, Chronixx is like a big name in reggae music, right? And I did go back actually, and I listened to a couple songs that were not on this album, that were like popular on Apple Music, and I liked it. And I was like, "This is really good. I gotta check out his other stuff." But in terms of like what part specifically, because there's a lot being said there. What were you hoping?
There's something about being rooted in reggae's deep traditions that reaches far beyond. Although I'm not a connoisseur of reggae music, my initial instinct listening to this for the first time was rooted and grounded. It did feel like there was a deep honesty with what was trying to be conveyed.
Yeah.
And not simply through the stories and the lyrics, but like the way the music was put together by the musicians.
Yeah.
And I would say that is a good statement about that.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's definitely the DNA is firmly reggae music, right? Like there's no wheel being reinvented here. It's very much like this is reggae music, but like perfected and and a bit more modernized from like, you know, the days of Bob Marley or and like in the 80s reggae kind of had like an interesting sound with synths as well. And so there's not a lot of synth in this, I think, at all. So it's like definitely very grounded in terms of like being organic and sounding natural, for sure.
Yes.
I also caught on for sure to the themes of like love and family and resilience, and also a lot of themes about God, for sure. It's a very spiritual album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jah is how was the word, and I think that's the word in Rastafarianism that refers to God. Yeah. So yeah, overall I think this album's really great. Definitely some songs that I would like to add to my playlist, and I think Chronixx is an artist I gotta like look more songs up from and check out. Yeah.
And the spiritual element of things is something that I felt when I listened to Genesis, one of my top tracks on this one.
Yeah.
Just so humble.
Makes sense. Genesis.
Yeah. That too. It felt like a meditation to some degree, and it's a beautiful song. I mean, the guitars in this record overall were just, when they were quiet songs, they were very delicate and nuanced.
Yeah.
It was just like felt like a raw guitar track that you just play, you know, one take here and there. Yeah. But it had so much feeling behind everything that was being played, especially those core guitar tracks that I think it really carried through in that record, or in that song, and in other ones as well.
For sure. My only note for that song was vibey.
Nice.
So unfortunately, like that one didn't hit me as much, but did you get like a feeling of especially with the bass? Like I feel like the bass was very entrancing in a lot of these, like, or hypnotic. There's like a lot of hypnotic vibes with a lot of these songs.
Yes, a lot of hypnotic vibes with the songs. Kind of a long, low, lush soundscape in that bass range. Yeah. However, there are some songs that are quite dynamic, like Market. Like,
I liked
that.
Market.
Was groovy.
I like Market. Yeah.
So we have a good range. I think this record is overall more spiritual, grounded, and kind of meditative in a way, but there's some dynamics to it all. The whole shape and the contour of the album, including songs like Market or even Resilient, where they have this huge chorus elements to it, and then this long interlude near the end where it kind of changes to like a minor key almost.
Yeah.
So you have some interesting departures from the core, but overall it's quite a fresh modern reggae album. I'd
For
say.
sure. Never Give Up the Fight is also a song I really
Never
liked.
give up the
It's
fight.
so catchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
That
good one.
refrain is so good. And some hypnotic like oohs and backing vocal, like them singing like ooh and stuff. Like, yeah, so good. That's definitely a song that I'm gonna save on a playlist for sure.
Definitely. Let's take a moment
Yeah.
just to very briefly. We haven't talked about the album cover.
Oh yeah.
It's relatively
Yeah.
simple, but what do you make of it?
Can I see it? Yeah. I love the side profile. I feel like side profile albums are always fire. you
Yep.
know? I think the look in his face is very much I don't know. It's definitely like wondrous. Like I wonder what he's thinking in this moment, you know?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. I think it's solid. There's no text, eh? There's no
No text.
no album
It's
title.
an overtly sharpened image.
Yeah.
It looks like there's like artifacts, like striped lines to the photograph.
Yeah.
So it's not the best, objectively best photo. Like it could
Yeah.
have been a better photo, but it just captures a feeling of a dude looking out into the distance.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Contemplating.
contemplating.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of an introspective, it sets you up for an introspective experience. And I think that is what is captured in this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you buy the vinyl? Because I would.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. I think overall this is solid. I feel like we could give our scores, unless you wanted to
Yeah, we could wrap
talk
up with
more.
the scores.
In terms of like what you can expect on this album, organic, natural reggae vibes, right? Like a lot of live off the floor vibes, would you say? I feel like there's definitely
Yes.
one song where it was like very, very much, it was very clear that it was live off the floor.
There's so much breathing room and dynamics in this record. That's really fresh to hear in this day and age.
Lots of grooves and lots of hypnotic elements as well. And overall, I would say my score is, honestly, I think my score is going to be a 4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
Because
Nice.
I did very much enjoy it. I feel like the songwriting's strong. Nope, I edited it. It's going to be a 4, okay?
Mhm.
Here's the reason. The vocals, they're great most of the time, but personally for me, I feel like there could be a bit more presence. And also, I would say some of the songs were felt a bit bloated at times,
Mhm.
where they're just a bit too long, and it felt like it became more of a jam session than an intentional moment. And I do prioritize the intentional craft of songs over the jam. So yeah, I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. Yeah.
I agree with all your statements, and I would also give it a 4 out of 5 for those reasons
Okay.
as well. The reason why I give it a 4, maybe on the positive end, is that
Yeah.
there is, I think we're missing some breathing room, some dynamics, some kind of real musical connection that comes through in the record that I just want to emphasize that we need more of that in our recorded music today.
For sure. Yeah. More valleys, more different places to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for listening, and please let us know what your thoughts are on this review and the album, and please subscribe and like the video.
Yes. Thank you.